Hey guys, it's Nick or DoubleWinning. I haven't done a full gameplay commentary in a while. I've done a few live comms, but I figured now would be a good time to do a full gameplay commentary since I think I might have, well, I guess don't have LOL Recorder completely working. If you just saw Jana just flew through the wall. My LOL Recorder's been having some serious issues, so I've been having trouble using fraps with it. If you guys know how to fix it, like my LOL Recorder just like characters jump and stuff like that, and if I can't fast forward while I'm trying to record and things like that. If you guys know how to fix it, please tell me, that'd be great. So if you guys follow my blog, there'll be a link in the description, doublewinning.blogspot.com. You'll know that I've never really been a great Udyr player, but I really wanted to be because he's, you know, top tier jungle, and I really like him, like how he plays. Like of the top tier junglers, like Lee Sin, Skarner, Udyr, like out of those three, I really like Udyr. I think Lee Sin has got some cool stuff, but he just kind of seems to fall off. And Skarner I really like, but I actually don't own him. I do plan on getting him when I've kind of got the IP, or if he goes on sale and I've got the RP. But basically, I've been practicing my Udyr a lot, and this is a ranked game I played with Udyr. This is you know, the 1300 to 1400 bracket, so I mean it's not high yellow, but I think I did some pretty good stuff this game. I didn't get a lot of kills in this game. I think I maybe only got 1 or 2, but I got a lot of assists, and it kind of it shows some pretty good fundamental stuff that really helps you with your jungling, I think. Also, to make it easier on me, I'm just gonna have a locked camera for the commentary for most of the time. So a tip I have for jungling in general is just kind of communicate what your game plan is. You know, if you need damage on wolves, make sure to tell your teammates what you're going to be doing. You know, a common thing is if you focus on the big wolves, then they can hit the smaller wolves, and then you can do that. It shaves, you know, 2 maybe 3 seconds off your jungle time, which actually really helps. Right here, if you see in the chat, I talked about gonna go blue, and then counter Nasus, gonna snag his red after blue. Told bot they can go get double golems in case they forgot, but they did. They got it, and had a little banter that was useless. And then I basically told bot not to fight since he has AP runes, and sometimes people forget. You know, if you don't have the proper rune setup, you're not going to be able to fight and cheese them. You know, get those early kills. So right here, I knew that Nasus would be a slower jungle than me. Sorry for that lag. So you have to see like LOL Recorder bugging out. I knew he'd be a slower jungle than me, so I went straight from blue buff to his red buff. And the reason I did this is because I knew that he wouldn't be able to see me, and since I knew he didn't see me there, I decided to go to double golems and steal those too. If he would have saw me, I probably would have just left the jungle, but since he didn't, I'm free to take more of his jungle. My recommendations for what to start with Udyr in the games I've played, and so like one second, right here, Nasus throws down the wither on me, and I decided to fight him because I knew the wither's about to go down, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm way stronger than him. And so Nasus is about to die here, and I see Sion coming, but flash for the kill, and I see Fizz is following up though, right over here, so I knew I'd be fine. Sion lands the stun on me, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be fine because we can burn that shield. And Fizz actually used heal and ignite on Sion there, blew both of his summoners, and I kind of spaced there, and because I got exhausted, so I wanted to get out of there. Another just general tip for solo queue, make sure you are really encouraging to teammates, kind of keep the morale up. It actually really helps. So normally after I go and steal their red, I'll usually rush right to my red to get it. This way it doesn't just make me counter jungling useless, because if they just go and get my red, then I just wasted time, you know, and it just makes both the junglers behind rather than me ahead. But since I knew I killed Nasus, I was able to go get the wolves and then go for red, and I knew that if Nasus did come, he would be, like, if he went straight for my red even after he was dead, then he wouldn't get there in time. Some general tips that I've picked up about Udyr is for like starting items, like I was saying before, is usually Cloth 5 is a really good option. I don't really like starting Vamp Scepter. I think that it's just too risky, because like if you do end up fighting, you can get caught with low health really easily. and there are very few champions actually like doing Vamp Scepter on. I think it is really cost efficient, but if you just end up farming good, then it makes up for the cost efficiency loss when you go Cloth 5. Right here I sell off I think 2 of my health pots so I can get a heart of gold. A 5-minute heart of gold, really good, because if you do the math, it's 5 gold every 10 seconds, so I'm getting 30 gold every minute. And if I get that at 5 minutes and the average game is 33 minutes, that's 28 minutes of 30 gold. So it's like 280 times, so it's around 700, 800 gold. And since it builds into my core build of Randuins, which I really like on Udyr, like I feel when I get Randuins, I feel like I just can't die anymore. Since I do that, then it's like I'm not losing out on any gold whatsoever. And so right here you see I go down bot for the bush gank, and it ends up just not working because they don't know that. I guess they didn't know that you're supposed to push those creeps or I can't move to the next bush. And then after a while I'm just kind of wasting time, and Janna realizes that too, and she just tells me to go. Okay, sorry if this commentary is a little unstructured. I do have notes here, but I want to mix. I don't want to just kind of ignore the gameplay, so I'm trying to keep you guys updated on what I'm doing and why, and while still covering these notes. So like, since I'm just doing golems, I'll talk about what I was trying to. I really like starting boots in 3 pots, but the problem with starting boots 3 pots is that you're a lot weaker in the jungle. You do everything faster, and like you can kind of make plays easier. But if you don't get that good leash, which I know a lot of you guys are thinking, like, oh, nobody ever leashes for me. If nobody leashes for you, then don't bother getting boots. Just go Cloth 5. It's it's tried and true, and it works. So right here, I communicate with Mouse, which is it's just something I have to stress that you have to do as a jungler, is talk to your teammates. Like if you can set up those plays, especially with someone like Malzahar who can, flash and suppress, or like Annie who can just drop the tibbers, and if they got the CC, then it's really good. And so right here, I knew that it wasn't warded because Graves is going into that bush, and Lux just decided to follow him, even though I was like right behind him. And so I just rushed in, and Graves followed up pretty well, and we ended up picking up the kill there. And I got the assist. So if you're duo Q though, and your duo Q is either top or mid, or if you're on blue side, if you're on purple side, or if you're colorblind mode, orange side, if you're on this side and your ranged AD is your duo Q, basically if wherever you're starting your duo Q can help you leash, then you can start boots because they can give you a really good leash. And I always, like, one of my favorite things to do is Udyr. I think I've done it in the majority of my games, unless, depending on who the jungler is go for my blue, get it really quick without smite by having a good leash, and then just run straight to the red and steal it, and then go back to my red and steal that. And that way, it takes a lot of pressure off the lanes, because they don't have to worry about the jungler coming in with the with red buff, so the ganks won't be as successful. So right here, I thought I could pick off that Nasus because we had all 3 of us there, even if I have only 400 health. But then my bear stance, I didn't realize I didn't have enough mana for it. So right here, I think Fizz decides to take blue buff because he was pretty sure. Sorry about all the frame skips. I think this file just got a little bug. Fizz decides to take blue here, I think, which is one thing you need to realize as a jungler. Like, blue is really good on Udyr, but the general role of a jungler is to make the lanes easier, because if you win all your lanes, you're gonna generally win the game. So if as a jungler you can make sure that all your lanes win, then you should end up winning the game. There are other things to do with it, dragon control, buff control, but if you think about it, they're all kind of helping you win the lane. If you get dragon control, then that gives an extra 1,000 gold to your team, or 900 gold to your team, or whatever. If you steal the enemy buffs, then that means their jungler, or if you steal a red, that means their jungler is not going to get red. so they can't gank your lanes as easy. If you steal their blue, mid's not going to get blue, and if you give your blue to your mid, then the mid should just insta-win. But that's basically the role of a jungler. It's just kind of help the other lanes win. Big tip I found out on Udyr, like I don't know why this didn't click to me before, don't gank if you don't have boots. There are some junglers who can do it, but Udyr, since his whole thing is just kind of bear stance, I'm coming to get you. You got to realize that even with the 15% increased move speed, if you don't have boots, your move speed's going to be really, really low. Another thing I really, really like getting, I wasn't a big believer in it at first, but after trying it, it's amazing. I use move speed quints. I actually have one move speed quint and then two like Halloween move speed quints or something, just because I think they look cool. So I end up getting like, I think we're not really turning around because we're still kind of in the lead, but we're not destroying like we were before. So we pick off Ashe there, and Fizz just goes balls to the wall here. And let's see, one second. And Fizz picks up Nasus, and then they pick off Fizz. And so right here I see we've got Mal's, Graves right here, and Vlad's pretty low health, and I think Lux is pretty low right also. Let's see. Yeah, Lux is... Okay, no, Lux is full, but Vlad's low. So I was like, alright, screw it, we got this. So I go in big. I start hitting the Scion, burst his shield, and I switch on to Vlad, but then I realize that Vlad's basically away, and I need to stay with my team. So we focus the Scion, then I check for Vlad, Vlad's gone, then I run onto this Lux. Janna hits a really nice tornado, which allows me to get in the stun, and then we just kind of tear her apart. So at that point, we kind of built up morale again, because, you know, we fought as a team and we won. And, yeah, so like I was saying before, since I didn't have Aegis Legion or Randuin's, or my turtle stance was at 4, but it wasn't at 5, you guys can see what I mean about, I think it might actually be at 5. I think that might just be a lol replay bug, because I thought I remembered leveling it up to 5. I might have just forgot. Udyr doesn't quite reach that immovable object until he gets some real resistances. Like right now I don't have very much armor, I only got 87, and I have 108 magic resist. But once you start to get those really good resistances, that's when you kind of become that immovable object. Another tip for Udyr that I think really helped me is you only need to build a little bit of health. Like the low health items like Spirit Visage, Aegis of the Legion, Randuin's, you know, those 300, 400, maybe Shirelia's, you know, if for some reason the support's not getting it, or if you guys really have a hard initiate team. I think right here I wasn't sure. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is where I noticed, you know, my team's not here. I need to get out of here. I think I just tried to stun to save the Janna and ended up saving her. And I think right here we kind of clean up this Vlad because he comes into the bush with Mal's. And so like right here I'm just kind of jugging it, and Sion's getting real greedy. And we kind of just disengaged from that fight, and I think we might have given them Dragon. So I tried to get the Dragon timer, you know, best as I could. And right here I got my Merc Treads, and yeah, that was the problem with that fight right there, is that Graves is somewhere around here, and then he just kind of DC'd. And so we didn't really have the backup we needed. Anyway, yeah. So you want to get those kind of lower health items that have the good resistances on them. Spirit Visage is pretty good. I don't pick it up too often on them, but if they have kind of a heavy magic resist team and you need early magic resist, getting Wits End Merc Tread Spirit Visage basically shuts them down. Like, especially if you have someone else already getting Aegis of the Legion. The reason resistances are better than health on Udyr is because if you think about it, you're going to be spamming Turtle Stance, and if you guys don't know how the resistances work, basically you take this number, and that's how much. So like, let's say I have 100 armor. That means I will have twice as much effective health against physical damage. Yeah. So that means right now, if I had 100 armor, every time I use this shield, okay, so I think I just leveled up 5. Every time I use this shield, it's 220 plus 20. So every time I use the shield, it'll give me 240 times 2, so 480 effective physical damage health. That may be a bit too... I may be wording it wrong, but basically, since you're spamming the shield, you're getting a bunch of free HP, so it's just more cost efficient to build resistances. If you wanted to get into the complicated, math of it, you can look that up. But just trust me on it. Okay, you only need effectively like 2,000 to 3,000 health. Sometimes you'll shoot a little bit above it, but since Turtle Stance gives you so much free health, you don't need to really build health. You get resistances are better. Let's see, what else do I have here? Just a general tip: Phoenix Stance is faster than Tiger Stance, but oh yeah, right here I messed up real bad, and I was tanking tower like right as I went in there. I guess I went in there faster than the creeps. I didn't know. I didn't really realize. And Ashe, if she would have had her ult, she would have just picked me off. But luckily I got out of there. Yeah, Phoenix Stance faster jungle than Tiger Stance, but Tiger Stance is a little better for ganking, especially if you get you just go level 2 gank with Udyr. So if you really want to cheese them with a level 2 gank, go Tiger Stance. I'm trying to think of what else I've learned. Oh yeah, getting really good buff control is nice. So having timers for your buffs as well as their buffs, and then having your team kind of go. Like if you're going to steal their red or their blue, wherever that lane, like if that lane's the bot lane or top lane, have them send a person or both person, depending on how many people are there, to go and help you. So right here I couldn't finish the Aegis of the Legion, so I decided to get oracles and then get another ingredient for the Aegis. And I really like oracles on Udyr because it does two things. One, you're roaming as Udyr, so you have plenty of you get to see all of the map lots, and you're gonna be checking all those bushes and stuff. And two, it makes the enemy team focus you. And if you can make the enemy team focus you, you're doing a wonderful job as a tank. And since Udyr's kind of that immovable object, and they're focusing you, they're just wasting their time because they really want to take down that 400 gold oracles. And yeah, if you do die, then you end up, going negative 700 plus gold because you give the enemy team 300 plus, whatever assist gold, and then you lose 400 gold for losing your oracles. But you shouldn't really die as Udyr very often once you kind of get the ball rolling. So I knew they were over there, so I actually took kind of a risky move and entered that bush with my Turtle Stance. And he thought there was a ward in this area, so I went and checked it, but I didn't see any. They place a ward there later, and I ended up picking it off. But I really like the new kind of junglers taking oracles, especially the tanky junglers, over the supports taking oracles, because supports can get gibbed really, really easily, so you end up losing a lot of money. And since supports don't really get much farm anyway, like Arjana, 0, 3, 9, 10 creep score, and she's got 3 gold per 5s, so she could get an oracles and probably not be set that far behind. But I would much rather her be getting an earlier Shirelia's Reverie, because that item is amazing. And a lot of supports just don't realize that your gold per 5s aren't meant to just pay for wards. They're meant to also, especially the Philo Stone, be built into better items like Shirelia's Reverie. So right here I see that I can finish my Aegis of the Legion, and that's when we really can start the team fighting, because Aegis of the Legion is it's just an amazing item and people don't really realize it. If you look at these stats, it gives you almost 300 health, good, 18 armor, good, 24 magic resist, good. Doesn't seem like all that strong. And then nearby allied champions get 12 armor, 15 magic resist, 8 attack damage. If you look at those stats for the 2,000 whatever gold, that sucks. But then if you realize that you're going to be giving at least 3 to 4 champions that buff, let's say 5 champions are getting 15 magic resist, that's 75 magic resist, 40 attack damage, 60 armor. Now that seems like the best freaking item in the world. Sometimes Aegis is better than sometimes Aegis is better than better for some games than others. Like one really good time to get Aegis is if you're fighting a Brand. Why? Because Brand ult is all about bouncing in between targets. So if you give your team a free 15 magic resist each, that's essentially giving like 75 magic resist to counter Brand. I really liked how that team fight went, even though it was kind of sloppy. When I was over here, I took a lot of damage, like they blew a lot of cooldowns on me. Then I flashed out, Janna got a good ult off to kind of separate them all, and then we got back into the fight. Then we managed to get Janna, me, and I think Graves is low. Yeah, he had about 300 health. We all got out of that fight and didn't end up dying, while we picked off a few of them and picked up a dragon. And the main thing is that I didn't die to lose my oracles, which was kind of my primary focus at this point. I want to get in there, I want to disrupt and all that, but I also don't want to die because then I'll end up losing my oracles, and that'll be really bad. Yeah, so right now, we are equal in well, we're actually down a tower right now, but we're up 11 or 9 kills. No, wait, 11 kills. Yeah, sorry, math's hard. So we're up 11 kills, and so we just kind of need to get those pushes going. Right now we've kind of just been farming, getting our advantages with buffs and dragons, or at least trying. But now it's hitting 26 minutes, so right now we need to start checking Baron for wards so we can get that Baron push in. If you want to win a game, you need to, every single team fight you win, try and take an objective. If you kill 2 or 3, push a tower, push 2 towers. Don't get too greedy when you push, because if you get counter ace, then you just neutralize any advantage you just created, because they're just going to outpush you. Like, they're just going to push you back. And then hopefully not make the same mistake you did. So right here, Nasus and Sion just get caught by all 5 of us. Is a really dumb move by them, because it's 26 minutes so that we can easily Baron. So they basically give us a free Baron because they both get caught, they die. So if they force a fight on us right here, it'd be 3v5 and they would lose, and then we would get Baron. So Lux almost steals that, and I don't even think I got the smite off. So I was a little lacking on the smite this game, so I need to work on that. But luckily we got it, and so basically at this point we can just push down mid for the victory, because we're way stronger than them. We have Baron buff for quite a long time now. So I just go in, hit the turtle stance. Since I'm next to the tower, it doesn't matter if Lux snares me, I can still hit. And right here I got a pretty good stun on Ashe, and we got some good damage on her, but she didn't die. And sorry for the lag. And so right now we're just kind of pushing down mid. We've got the Baron buff, Fizz is going to come down here. So I'm going to go grab their blue buff real quick, since right now we're just kind of waiting on Fizz to come up here. And I'm hoping my team won't initiate. And see, as you can see, they kind of backed off, which is good. So I wanted to go get blue buff, and I think it wasn't there. Yeah. So I come around here, I don't want to get caught. And I'm kind of searching for wards, just to see if they might have slipped some in there. Yeah, there's I put in the chat, there's no wards. And so this Ashe, I don't know what she was doing. She just gets caught out of place, thrown into the wall, as you can see over there. And now it's just, they have no deeps basically, so we can just push this. Yeah, this support Lux actually bought a Medjai's. I think we said something about it. I think Fizz taunts her at the end of the game. And look at this, Fizz almost got wrecked by that Lux ulti. So we're coming to the end here, and I just wanted to say, if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Once I hit 500 subscribers, I'm actually going to do an RP giveaway during one of my live streams. If you want to be eligible for that, you need to either like my Facebook, which will be in the description, or follow me on Twitter and be following my live stream, twitch.tv/DoubleWinning. I live stream, I've been trying to live stream more, but I usually live stream on average about once a week, trying to get 2 to 3 times a week. I don't really get too many viewers, so I'd really appreciate if you guys come to join, support me and all that. when I get 500 subscribers, I'll be doing an RP giveaway, but you'll only be eligible if you're either if you like me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter, because that's where I'll be posting the code words. And you need to follow my live stream so you can be notified when I'm doing the giveaway. So as you can see here, right now we got kind of a sloppy team fight, you know, but we're picking off champions anyway, and I don't think we pick up this Lux here. I think, yeah, we just leave her and we're just like, all right, let's pull backwards. I just do a little loop-de-loop and pick up this tower. So yeah, I think I end this game. I think that that's the end of the game. Ended up getting 1, 2, and 15, 100 creep score. 100 creep score, not that much. But I really enjoyed that game as Udyr. I think I learned quite a lot, mostly about my positioning and things like that. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. I try to get back to as many comments as I can. And you guys stay classy and keep winning.